All right, welcome back. We continue right here live on the Bordas & Bordas hotline of the Island Contracting Nightly Sports Call. There you see the number. Call us. Bob Pompeani, Ron Cook. Also want to mention the Masters, round one. Jordan Spieth, 5 straight birdies on the back nine, en route to a 66. That's 6 under par. He has the lead. Interesting story in that Tony Finau. Yesterday he played in the par 3 competition, hit a hole in one, went a little crazy, pulled a Bill Gramatica, celebrated, dislocated his ankle, had to go to a hospital, but they cleared him to play today, and he's at -4, Ron. But really the story of the day was Sergio Garcia, the defending champ, who finally won last year at Augusta. He goes to number 15, which is a par 5, a birdie hole for a lot of people. He had some really good shots, but the spin on the green and his ball landed for them in the water. Backspin right into the water.
13, right?
13. The largest score ever on
that
one
has
hole.
to make weekend hackers feel kind of good.
But they were good shots. Did you watch?
I did not see that hole, but I mean, I read that he had the 13. Wow. You know, that you talk about just ruining your whole tournament right there. Mickelson was good today. Tiger, I guess, won over. He's kind of far out of it right now, but it's only day one. A lot of great golf left to be played. It's a fun event.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Nice day down there today, too, which you need that after what we're facing.
Tiger Woods 73 +1, although he finished his last 6 holes in 2 under par. And last year, it was Sergio Garcia who was 6 shots back after the first round. He came back.
He didn't have a 13 last year.
No, he didn't. He didn't have a 13. All right, we got a lot of tweets I want to get to in a second, but right now let's get to the lines. We'll begin with Frank in Uniontown. Hey, Frank, how are you?
Hi, Bob. Thanks for taking my call.
Yes, sir.
Bob, I'd just like to air my frustrations with these a-holes that call in there about their childish remarks towards you, Richie, and your guest. All they're doing is taking up airtime and telephone time for people like me who try to call in and to get busy signals.
I know. Hey, listen, I agree, and we're trying our best to get rid of that kind of element. But what are you going to do? It's kind of a crapshoot. But
what do you got, Frank? You got something for us tonight?
Listen, I'm an avid fan of the show, Ron. I can't stand these people. I think it's just childish and it's just ridiculous.
All right,
thanks, Frank.
Appreciate that. 412-575-2600. I found a tweet here that I found interesting, and as soon as I could cue it up here. Chris Coleman says, you guys have concerns. You need to score 4 goals or more when Murray is in net. He's not been as shut down, but I don't know that a lot of that is his responsibility. I thought he made some really good saves tonight in this game at critical times.
The first one, I don't know how that got in.
I don't either.
You know, it looked like he had his pad down, his stick down. Somehow it snuck in. The other team has some pretty good scores too, and the Boone Jenner goal. You know, the pass from Vanek was just spectacular right in front. How about, I thought the best goal tonight, maybe Sherry's, but how about Hornquist? He did a Crosby batting it out of the air to score.
Yes, he did, and actually
great goal.
Sherry did a Crosby by scoring from behind the net, but he didn't give up on the play, banked it off of Bobrovsky's glove. And again, I blame the defense there too. Seth Jones standing around, puck's loose. You can't let Sherry keep battling there. It was 1-on-2 in that situation, and he won the battle. Give him credit. Let's go to Jim in Castle Shannon. Hey, Jim, how are you?
Oh, good, Bob. How you doing?
All right, what's going on, man?
Hey, Bob, if the Penguins win tomorrow, will they clinch second place?
They only need 1 point. 1 point. They could even lose in overtime.
Right.
They get 1 point, they clinch.
Okay, that's all I wanted to know. Thank you, my man.
All right, thank you. Bob Stokes says, KD Pomp, that's me, has a man crush on Tiger. He does not realize nobody cares but him. That's not true. First of all, I think what Tiger has done, if you've listened to me, I predicted a long time ago he would never win another event, period. And I'm sticking to that. Although he's shown that
you might be wrong on that one, Bob.
He's physically, well, I said it when he had his 6th back surgery.
He may not win a major again. That's not a given, but I think he's shown now if he's healthy and playing well, he's going to win a tournament.
Healthy's the key. Well, I don't know that. There's still some, again, all it takes is a 73. Now you're going to have to shoot 66, 67, and because those guys
I didn't say he's going to win this week.
I'm telling you that it's going to be hard to win because he is a selective player on the PGA Tour. He doesn't play in every event. He plays mostly in the big events, and that's when you have the biggest fields, the best fields. So
I hope he's in contention on Sunday.
I do too. It's good for the game. No, there's no mad crush. Let's go to Carol and Carson. What's up, Carol? How are you doing?
I'm fine. How are you?
Good, thanks.
Hey, I just want to know who came up with the schedule for the Pens this year. Is that the league that comes up with that? Because 19 back-to-backs seems ridiculous. It was like they were playing, giving them no chance to survive this season.
Yeah, it's a complicated thing, that schedule maker, because he's got to deal with all the teams and all the arena availabilities. But it is the most back-to-backs. But I think they've done okay after a slow start in those.
You know, they get a point tomorrow, get second place. They actually get an extra day of rest before the playoffs start, because they're the only team that isn't playing on Saturday.
Boston plays on Sunday, so that's.
Well, is that the makeup game, or is that? I believe they had a makeup game, if I'm not mistaken, against Florida.
It is a Florida game, so that could very well be it. All right, let's go out to Bob in Indiana. Hello, Bob. How are you? Bob, are you there? All right, we'll try Ken in Clearfield. Hey, Ken, how are you doing tonight?
Hey, Bob. Ron, how are you guys doing this evening?
We're great, thank you.
Hey, just a great hockey game. I mean, you guys know Pittsburgh's going to get everybody's best effort that's going for the playoffs, and it's great. It's really great because they won 2 Stanley Cups in a row. Everybody's gunning for them, and they're the team to beat. But
yeah, they are. The thing is,
I just think with their perseverance, and if they stay healthy, they're going to be okay. What do you guys think?
You said that everyone comes out after them. You're right. Yet tonight, if you look at the hits, Ron, Columbus out-hit the Penguins by 23. So people will lay bodies on Penguins. The problem is they can't stop them. The Penguins keep working their work rate
power
in
play,
the corner.
A couple more goals tonight on the power play.
It's unbelievable.
You can't put them on a power play. I thought it was a very clean played game tonight, Bob. Did you? We've seen Dubinsky in the past try to use Crosby's head as a basketball. I didn't see much of that stuff tonight. Now Foligno does some of that too. He's not playing. I think could be a big loss for Columbus next week if he's not ready. But I thought it was just a clean, hard, well-played game. Ian Cole, we saw him block a shot. I thought he got hurt on the one block, but he came back and finished. Kind of strange seeing him in the other uniform, isn't it?
It really is. Adam on Twitter says the Pirates' attendance tonight was 9,227, the smallest PNC crowd since April 2011. In your opinion, will that crowd be rock bottom, or will we see crowds this season even fewer? If you were there yesterday, there were fewer. There was announced at 20,000.
Tickets sold, and it was Buck night.
I was over there, Ron. I could count it, and it was just a bad night. I think the Pirates would have been better off just giving people who bought those tickets and couldn't come because of the weather a voucher to come back again. I would have done that.
Yeah, or else the people that actually came and stayed, I'd have met them at the door on the way out with a voucher for another game somewhere. Yeah. It was another cold night tonight, and no Buck night tonight. Cincinnati's a bad opponent. School night in April. You can come up with all the reasons. It didn't look to me like there were anywhere close to 9,000 there, though.
All right, we're going to take a break here at 412-575-2600. Get your calls in right now, also your tweets. We'll take them and come back as we resume the conversation right here on Pittsburgh CW.